when you're wrong, it's important to hold your hands up and admit you were wrong. I was wrong. Eddie Jones, you got to go. This is a post-mortem of England's abject Autumn Nations series, miserable performance against South Africa and a bang average 2022, which has left me feeling there is no other choice than Eddie Jones has to go, which is a bit of a turnaround from where I've been, because whilst I've not been Eddie Jones's biggest fan and I haven't been happy with everything that's been going on with England, I have thought, even up until, well, basically last night, watching England at Twickenham, I thought getting rid of him was probably not the way to go. I think it is now. I was there at Twickenham. I was working for TalkSport on their radio coverage of this game, and there were boos at the final whistle. Make no mistake, there were very loud boos. And at other times during the game, I swear you could hear conversations that were happening on the other side of the pitch. It was a miserable place to be. They can have Twickenham can put on all the light shows they want before the game, have as many Bollinger tents in the car park outside afterwards. It doesn't paper over the cracks. That was absolutely woeful. And I don't really know where to begin in talking about it. Actually, do you know what? I will begin just by making a quick detour. Rather than make it just all about Eddie, I will also say Rassie Erasmus is a disgrace. And he should probably go as well, to be honest, while we're at it. Rassie Erasmus, well done, you won the World Cup. Jog on as well. You're a disgrace. Yesterday, there was meant to be a presentation for Wayne Barnes to mark 100 caps, 100 test matches as a referee. And because of Rassie Erasmus's comments on Twitter after the France game, that was pulled. So Wayne Barnes didn't get the chance to take the appreciation of the crowd, 82,000 strong, just up the road from where he lives, to mark an amazing moment for him in his professional career. And the reason? Because of Rassie Erasmus's comments, it was felt that there may be boos from South African fans in at Twickenham. So I mean, that's the end of the line. As far as I'm concerned, I'm really angry that World Rugby said, it seemed to be all kind of like, oh, we've come to an understanding with Rassie. No, they should say to Rassie, any more and you're banned for life. That's how I feel about it. But anyway, that's Rassie Erasmus. Back to Eddie Jones. I don't know why England was so poor. I don't know why. There's a lot of people, a lot of rugby fans who have been absolutely sure, Monday morning quarterback in armchair experts saying it's Eddie Jones, they're overcoached, all these kind of things. I don't like to make statements on things I don't know to be true. What I know to be true about what I saw at Twickenham is that world-class rugby players look an absolute shadow of themselves. After the last World Cup, if you were picking a World 15, you would have picked in it Maro Itoje, Tom Curry, Owen Farrell. I mean, back then, Johnny May as well. But you've still got world-class players who are... I mean, Tom Curry, you'd think he'd be a shoo-in at open side. I'm not sure he's even in the top 10 in the world at open side at the minute, the way he's playing. And that's symptomatic of England. These players, they've been in camp together for a month. They look like they don't know each other. You've got European champions in the England side, multiple-time European champions who look like they don't know what they're doing. They look hesitant. And I'm sure confidence comes into this when your team isn't playing particularly well. But it doesn't explain just how poor the performance was. It was abject. And that hesitation just makes things worse. Everything's happening slowly, and that gives the opposition a chance just to get up in your face and be oppressive. And I mean, do you know what the game plan is that England are trying to play with? We saw glimpses of something in the second half against New Zealand. And actually, I thought a lot of people have said it was only 7 good minutes for England against New Zealand. I thought the entire second half England were very good. But generally speaking, I don't know what they're trying to do. And the thing is, right, so I've detailed some of the issues, some of the fundamental issues out on the pitch. But there are others. England can't scrum at the minute. I don't know what it is about South Africa when we face them. We just can't do it. And so whether we need to just go back and pick players who can scrummage, and I don't care about what the rest of your game is or how good a ball carrier you are, anchor the scrum. Because when it comes to a World Cup, you need to be able to do that. I don't know. But there are some of the problems. But I will always stop short of saying, I know it's Eddie Jones's fault. Because is it the senior players, the leadership group who are, I don't know, not on the same page, not happy with each other? Is it the administration of the game and something at the RFU? I don't know. All we know is that Eddie Jones came out after that result against South Africa and said, Eddie Jones saying this, not me. Eddie Jones said, it's my fault. So Eddie Jones is taking responsibility for it. I'm just going to take you at your word, Eddie. You've said it's your fault. What are you doing about it? Because something's got to be done about it. That's it. This is, I mean, it is only rugby. I keep going back to that because the other thing is I was in Twickenham and the moment that was taken by the crowd to stand and the loudest moment of the whole evening was in respect and deference to Doddy Weir, someone who was the living embodiment of what rugby is all about. Kinship, camaraderie, respect. And that was a beautiful and a wonderful moment. Very, very sad, but a beautiful moment nonetheless. So I appreciate this is only rugby, and there are far bigger things. But that said, we are nine and a bit months away from a Rugby World Cup, and I've changed my tune. Yeah, it's got to be changed. It's going to cost the RFU a load of money. That's because they gave Eddie a very long contract. And then the other question is, who can you get? And I think that the board at Leicester Tigers right now will be a little bit twitchy because it's my thought, Steve Borthwick is going to be England coach by the Six Nations. Steve Borthwick, you heard it. I'm sure other people have said this, but I'm saying this. Steve Borthwick, before Christmas, will be in charge of England, and by the Six Nations, will be taking his first game on, February the 4th against Scotland. That's my prediction here, and I think the RFU are going to have to swallow the mistake that they've made, and they're going to have to pay out an unnecessarily long contract on Eddie Jones and add to the debt that they already caused themselves by mismanagement of the development of the East Stand. And that's where I think we are. What I kind of wanted to happen, and part of the reason why I was thinking Eddie Jones should stay on to the World Cup is, one, because he did get to a World Cup final, and that's not nothing. But also because I thought if we wait till after the World Cup, the choice of who you can get as next England head coach will be a much larger field to pick from. And my top choice would be Andy Farrell, who I think we could get after the next World Cup. As for personnel, get some props that can scrummage by the Six Nations. Just put them in. I don't care how good their ball carrying or handling is. Just get props that can scrummage. Pick players that are playing well. Alex Coles has looked all right for Northampton, but Ben Earl has been tearing up trees in the Premiership, been the best player in the league for 2 years. And I am of the opinion, I'm of the opinion that Smith and Farrell can work, not with Tuolangi as well. I would have Henry Slade there if you're going to go down that route. But actually, I just think Owen Farrell is the best 10 on earth. So play Owen Farrell at 10. Because Marcus Smith, as amazing as he is, mercurial as he can be and has been for Quins, and at times for England, he only seems to play well for England when we're 14 points down on the scoreboard. I haven't seen him yet take a game by the scruff of the neck and control it in the way that Johnny Wilkinson, Dan Carter, Michael Liner, and Owen Farrell and Johnny Sexton have done for years. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. And it's quite a big turnaround from where I've been, but that is just how bad England were. And when you consider the money that people, and this is what I was thinking at the full-time whistle at Twickenham yesterday, the money that people spent on being there. I was paid to be there, and that seemed like a bad deal at full-time. I can't imagine what it was like when you had the train strikes and people made massive effort to get there. It's not cheap getting there in the first place, let alone staying over and all the rest of it. And to be served that was appalling. What do you think? Let me know.